This one before, maybe because it goes back to high school, but I remember how the older teachers would call me Lash when I was in school, and then some would have to ask me if I knew what they were talking about. It's like, no, Dad taught me. Lyle Larue was a movie cowboy. Wore black clothes and had a bullwhip, and I guess tried to imitate Humphrey Bogart's accent, if I'm not mistaken. I had to watch one of those movies, and it's like, okay, cowboy using a bullwhip, I don't quite understand that because I'm more familiar with them wanting to rope cowboys or bad guys like Gene Autry or Roy Rogers did. But I digress. Now for the regularly scheduled jokes. Yeah, I spoke with my dad, and it was just a week ago that I spoke with my dad, and it's typical movie-length call. One thing I know I'm going to remember about it is some things ever change. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. And he brought up one subject that still doesn't make any sense to me. He celebrates hoodlums. He said, isn't that great that hoodlums end up learning a trade? It's like, oh, you want to celebrate somebody that meets the minimum requirements in life. Good for them! The only good hoodlum I know of is Fonzie. I didn't like hoodlums when I was in school because they were hoodlums. They were troublemakers. I mean, it's why I didn't last long in woodshop because that's where many of them were. I didn't belong there. Like most people, I have dreams, and I don't know if anybody else does this, but I end up analyzing them after I have them. And I try to write them down, and sometimes my handwriting isn't good enough, not even I can read because I go fast. But the one I had recently was that a wife or girlfriend, I can't remember which one because, well, in real life I don't have either, introduces me as a comic, and then I make people laugh. I get laughs out of them after I ad-lib. And then I get annoyed because people laugh. And yeah, I know how to analyze that one because I remember what I said after I was part of a friend's comedy show where he was headliner. I actually said to somebody that was in the crowd after the show, I wish I didn't have to be a performer. And I think that's still a part of me where I said it on Facebook in that posting was I would have liked to lead a normal life, whatever that would have been, but I ended up realizing that wasn't in the cards. This is who I am. And I know I was saying it for too long, too often after that, we can't ignore who we are. Well, for too long, that's what I did, ignored who I was and what I seem to be good at, and we tend to enjoy what we're good at. So, yeah, there's that. The ambivalence that I have about performing, I don't get it either because I'm still here. Well, I like these variety nights because I'm just inspired or more inspired by musicians and poets than by comedians. Yep, I'm still saying that. I'm around comedians all the time, or maybe because I am. I'm still surprised I can get to New Prague radio station when that's like 50 miles away. But I like their live music Friday, and most of the time it's nothing to write home about. But this time, Friday, I really liked what they did. It was somebody on an organ or maybe a calliope doing all these classic standards. I liked finding out the official names of some of these songs. One of them I found out was called Blue Tail Fly, but it's known as Jimmy Crack Corn. And then when I posted that on Facebook, a comic friend who knows music pretty well put up a YouTube clip of Lead Belly, a musician from a while back that I'm not that familiar with, but very influential doing that song. It's like, cool. I kind of expected him to help with that because I often say that it's music education that he does, even though he claims he doesn't do that. I haven't met anybody who knows music better than he does. And it's cool to have him in my life because I know what I like. So I put it out there. And it was nice to get a response to that because some of my Facebook postings don't get any likes or comments at all. I wish I was making that up. Redbox movie. Yeah, I'm still doing that. The one I watched this weekend was Rogue Hostage. thriller where John Malkovich played a politician that also owns a discount store. Yeah, I guess that probably is based on actual politicians. I'm just trying to think of which one. But there was plot holes in it. I watched it because John Malkovich was in it, and I like thrillers, but it's not the best thriller that I've seen. That's all I can say about that. Well, this holiday weekend I wanted to stay busy, so one of the things I did was I finally went through my shred box and shredded things in it. And some of that was business cards from temp agencies that were worthless and couldn't get me a job. And I took a lot of fun out of shredding those business cards. I just said goodbye on them because it worked on doing direct hire with a bank. I've been there for over a year and a half. This is a good way of putting it behind me. Yep. Let's see. Another good one here. I can probably figure it out. Oh, yeah, I've been in Minnesota almost 18 years, and it's a weird quirk about me. Sometimes I just go to the back of my car to look at the Minnesota plate on my car to remind me, yes, I live in Minnesota. I don't know what it is about it. I've been here for a while, but it's like, yeah, I moved here because of work, and my life was only beginning, even though I moved here because I got laid off in suburban Chicago. So, yeah, it is kind of nice living here. That's why I'm still here. Well, I guess that'll do it for me. You've all been great.